Hi everybody, I'm Noelle Randall, and on today's show, I'm going to be teaching you about wholesaling. I'm going to be giving you the 5 steps that you need to do a wholesale transaction from beginning to end so that you can start getting lump sums of cash. Let's go. Hi, this is Noelle Randall.
More great news for real estate investors.
How would you like to be a boss? I'm going to show you how. So let's talk about wholesaling now. All right, everybody, welcome to today's show. So today I'm going to be telling you the 5 steps to wholesaling. There's 5 simple steps that anyone can do to get started today, build their own business, and become a real estate entrepreneur. So let's get started. So step number 1 is going to be setting up your business. I know that sounds pretty simple, or maybe it sounds complicated to you, but it's actually pretty simple. You want to make sure that you get your business license registered through your state. So you go to your Secretary of State, you get your LLC, your corporation, or whatever you decide to choose for your business structure to make sure that you're set up to legally accept payments. This is going to be very important. This is a real business, and like I always tell you, you want to treat it as a real business. So you don't want to be playing around and collecting money or doing things and accepting money that you're not getting legally. So go ahead, set up your business. Either you want to get, most people get an LLC. You can either do an LLC or you can actually do a DBA, that's doing business as. That's kind of a cheaper way if you're on a tight budget, where you can start to register your business with your city or your county or whatever municipality it is for your state. You get your DBA. They usually cost maybe $25 or $50, so it's a lot cheaper usually than getting an LLC or getting a S Corp or a C Corp license. So if you're on a budget, a DBA will work just fine. However, most people will probably get an LLC, okay? Again, talk to your tax professional or your attorney to make sure what's right for you and your business structure. But the bottom line is you need to set up your business properly. Now, you also want to name your business something where people know what you do. Okay, so how does that sound? You don't want to name your business, you know, like Nikki's Properties. It's totally okay if that's what you want to do and you want to name your business Nikki's Properties, but it will probably be better if you named your business after what it is that you do. So you want to use words like property, real estate, solutions. So property solutions, real estate solutions, property solvers, things of that nature. You also want to use a great name, okay? You want to go big. You know, you might be Exquisite Properties or Exquisite Property Solutions or Affordable Property Solutions, or, you know, words that evoke emotions for people, you know, where they want to say, oh, okay, I would like to work with these people, but you want to sound professional. When you're giving out your business cards, you want to have a great business. So yes, using your own name, your first name or your last name is something that you can do. However, it's not necessarily recommended. You don't want the business to be all about you. You want it to be about what you do so that when people find you, they know exactly what you do and that you're there to purchase properties. I buy homes for cash, and that you can help solve their property problems. Remember, we're in the problem-solving business, and I'll get to a little bit more of that later. So write that below. Write professional business. I need a professional business. Write that down below. That helps with your learning. So we're going to talk about this. So step number 1 is setting up your business, and you are going to have a professional business. I need a professional business. Everybody go ahead and write that below, okay? Step 2, start marketing. Remember, I told you, it's easy. You don't have to make it seem, there's not all these rules, okay? I know you guys think, oh, I need tons of money, or I need this and I need that. You can just start marketing, which means start finding people that have property problems. For example, you can put out bandit signs, you can mail letters, you can do postcards. There's lots of different things that you can do to market. I have other videos where I tell you all about different things that you can do to market. You can watch those videos. I think that video actually is called 3 Skills for Real Estate Investing, and the second video was Market, and I give you tons of ideas, so watch that video. I'll put a link above for you, and you can just click that and you can watch that video. So I'm not going to go into a big detail here. But you want to market. You want to say things like, are you behind on your payments? I buy houses for cash. Do you need to sell? Are you relocating? Divorce got you down? Whatever you're targeting, you want to market and use those words and start letting people know what you do. You also want to get business cards and give those cards to everyone. Change your Facebook, change your social media. Start to market yourself and your business and tell people what you do. It's very inexpensive, but it's a key mistake that I see that people make. You have a business, you want to make money, you need to tell people what you do. You can't be afraid, you can't be a secret agent, you can't hide. Go out there, be bold, tell people what you do, and start making money. That's the only way, because everyone knows people that has property problems, but you have to start marketing yourself, start telling people what you do, and start being a problem seeker, okay? Be a problem seeker. Hey, do you know anyone? Do you know anyone? Do you know anyone? And then all of a sudden, it'll just snowball. People will start calling you, okay? And especially with those business cards, if you're not a licensed agent, that's the disclaimer, if you're not a licensed agent, you can actually offer referral fees, okay? You can offer referral fees. You literally can hand your card to people, and this is something I do, and I tell them, this card is worth money. If you know anyone that has a property problem, and I'll get specific because people don't necessarily know what that means. If you know anyone that needs to sell their house quickly, lost their jobs, you know, I give them some examples. They got the house, it's in bad condition, roof, hoarder, whatever. Tell them, and I'll pay you a pretty hefty 5-figure finder's fee, okay? Okay, trust me, people will say, oh, really? And they will hand your card out to people, and bam, you're marketing your business, and it didn't cost you much. You can get 500 business cards for like $20, okay? So this is not expensive stuff, but you need to market, okay? Marketing is key. Write that down below. Marketing is everything. Real estate investing, wholesaling, all of this is really all about your marketing. You got to tell the world what you do, what you want, and that you want to buy homes for cash, okay? You want off-market properties, okay? Number 3, convert. You need to get sellers under contracts, okay? So you've marketed, you've marketed, you've marketed. Now your phone's ringing, people are calling you, oh, I got this property. Now the fun starts. That's when you're gonna get a little scared, like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Here's what you do. You get them to sign the contract, okay? I'll put a link to a purchase contract below. You can use it in any state. Check with your attorney or check with your tax professional. Again, disclaimer, I'm not a tax professional. I'm not an attorney. However, this contract that I'm going to put below, you can use in pretty much any state, okay? But if you want to just check, because you can also use your state real estate board's contracts, okay? So like, for example, if you're in Texas, you can use the Texas Real Estate Commissions. They say that they're just for real estate agents. And again, there's no disclaimers, but I use them and other people use them. You can just Google it. They're on the internet, okay? Pretty much every state. But if you don't, I'm putting one below for you, okay? So you're going to meet with the sellers. You're going to have the conversation with you. Now, mind you, they called you, okay? They have some property problem. You're going to have to be empathetic and listen to what happened. Why did they lose their job? You know, are they being relocated for their job? Did someone die? Is someone sick? Something usually happened that they need to sell the property. So again, be very empathetic to what they're saying. Make them a fair offer. Again, I have a video that you can watch to talk about how you know what a good number is. But you have your max cash offer formulas in another video that I gave you. Simple numbers. You make that offer to them. You get them to sign the contract pretty easily. Remember, they just want a solution to their problem. Then, step number 4, you shop the contract. Okay, so now you got that contract in your hand. You have equitable rights to that property now. That's what a purchase contract is. And I know it sounds scary because when I say you sign a contract, you've agreed with that seller to purchase their home. But your intent, and I tell you very specifically how to write it to protect yourself, because if you can't find a seller for it, you're probably going to have to cancel the contract. but it's okay. I'm going to teach you how to make sure that you have a home for your contract, okay? So you go to your local real estate investor associations, you put out some signs, you can put out bandit signs marketing the property, you can go on Craigslist and market the property for free, you can go on Zillow and market the property. There's lots of things you can do once you have that contract, because you have equitable rights to that property now. Now again, you don't own the property. You have equitable rights to the property. Now, I'll give you some disclaimers that you need to put on there so that the sellers know, because you want to be really clear with the sellers and let them know, I do lots of different things. Now, of course, you do not tell the seller, oh, I'm going to wholesale your house. They're going to be like, what? So you don't say that. That's not in the conversation. You just tell them, I'm going to purchase your home, and then you'll find someone that, maybe has the money. This is wholesaling, okay? So you just say there's different things, of course, that's why you set up your business. That's why you go in very professional when you have your business cards and you're professional and your credibility packets and you have your website. You come in as a professional and the seller is like, okay, I get it. You just tell them we do lots of different things with our properties. I may lease it, I may sell it, I may put a tenant in it. You just kind of get very general as to what might happen. Although you already know at this point, if you're just wholesaling, now in my case, I may really do lots of those different things. You may just be starting out and you're going to wholesale the property. It's okay, because the end buyer, the end investor that you shop that contract to, they may do those things. They may fix and flip it. They may put a tenant in it. And so it's still a true statement and you're still in integrity. When you say that to the seller, you're still being very honest and upfront. But you do want to say that. You want to make sure you have that communication so they're not all surprised when you assign that contract, or if you have to, or if you just sell the contract outright. Okay? So shop the contract. You can even put the property in MLS in some states, okay? So there's some savvy things. I might have to make a whole video because I'll just be talking about how you shop your contract, but it's easy. It's not hard to do. And again, if for some reason you can't find a buyer for that contract, you can just cancel the contract with that seller. You don't want to get into a habit of doing this. That's why you want to make sure that you have and you're shopping that contract and you're immediately getting on it so that you can get your payday. Okay, so that's how you get paid when you assign that contract and someone pays you a fee. All right, then number 5, assign the contract. So there's an assignment agreement. Again, I'll put a link below for you. You can assign the contract. You sell your rights. Remember, once you sign that purchase agreement with that seller, you had equitable rights to that property. Now you're selling that interest to someone else. You're not selling the property. You're selling your interest. That's what we do. We flip contracts. So you sometimes hear people say, I'm flipping houses. I'm just flipping contracts. You are. You are. But this is how you do it. So you just assign the contract and you'll get paid. You can get paid up front. The person can just write you a check and you can just sign that contract over to them. That's one way. Or a more preferred way that I like is to be paid on the HUD-1. So I take that purchase contract that I got, I take that assignment agreement, and I send that over to the title company with my business license, my business name, my invoice, my fee that I'm charging, and I have that in writing from, I have that in writing, and I get paid on the HUD-1. My business does, and I go pick up my check, or I get it wired to my account. It's easy. This is not hard stuff. I know it sounds complicated. I know you probably have a lot of questions like, how does this work? But I'm telling you, people have been doing wholesaling properties for years. I'm telling you old information, quite frankly. This has been around for years and years. It's just making sure that you protect yourself with those contracts and that you communicate effectively and you explain. You don't want to do any shady business. You don't want to get into anything sleazy. Just be honest up front and explain what you're doing. You don't need to go into long details and drawn out things and tell the seller you're wholesaling a property and I'm going to shop your contract and I'm going to go here and I'm going to do. Don't say any of that. But do tell them that you may not be the end buyer. You have lots of investors in your group, lots of investors that you work with, or I'm connected to lots of joint ventures. You just, you might say what you're going to do in a very general way. Because you are going to shop that contract and you want them to be upfront because you don't want them to freak out. Now here's another bonus tip that I'm going to give you. Bonus tip. If you're making more than $10,000, I suggest you do a double closing. That's where you literally get some transactional funding. You close and buy that property from that seller. And then you could do another closing later that day, or it's called a simultaneous closure. You can even wait a day or two depending on what state you're in. And then you sell it to that end buyer. and it'll cost you just a little bit of money. It may cost you about $2,000 to get that transactional funding. But on those deals when I'm making 10, 20, 30,000, I don't want everybody to see what I'm making, okay? It might get a little hairy. You might actually end up losing that deal because they see that you're making. There's a few people that aren't as cool and they're just like, wait, you're making way too much money. And so you might want to do a double close where you hide that, okay? It's up to you though, totally up to you. It depends, you know, you have to know your people that you're dealing with, okay? So again, get paid on the HUD-1. Write that down. I get paid on the HUD-1. I want you to write that down. It helps with your learning. Go ahead and type that into the box below, into the comment box. I get paid on the HUD-1. You want to get paid legally so that you can start building your business. You can start putting those checks into your business bank account. You're building your business credit, and then you're off like a rocket. Okay? You're off like a rocket. And this is how we become real estate entrepreneurs. This is how we really build our businesses and how we make a lot of money doing it. Okay? And again, remember, wholesaling is just one of the tactics in our toolbox. But I know a lot of you are really interested in wholesaling and making sure that you understand all of the steps. So let me just give you some bonus stuff. Again, find problems, find property problems, get really niche. I know I have a couple of other videos where I'm teaching you about getting really niche, really targeted at what type of property problems you go after. So you target those, you get them under contract, be very targeted. You don't want to be all over the place. You don't want to be, I for sale by owners and I do vacant homes and I drive for dollars and I, you know, do probate and I do foreclosures and I do pre-foreclosures and I do auctions and I do, no. Pick something, pick a horse, and ride it. All right, that's how you get really good, and that's how you start to make money quickly. If you're all over the place, you're not going to make any money. Trust me on this one. Listen to Noelle on this one. Be targeted. Write that down. Be targeted. Be niche. That's your business, okay? Again, be empathetic when you're talking to sellers. You want to be professional, and you want to be empathetic. All right, so you make sure you're listening to the why, listening to their story. Why are they wanting to sell? You know, remind them of that, because some of these people are kind of procrastinators. You may come across some sellers that called you and they want to buy the home, and all of a sudden they're a little scared. Oh, I need to think about it. I got to talk to my husband. I got to talk to my sister. Got to talk to, you know, my neighbor's dog about, should I do this? Oh, no. You know, some people are scared of real estate investors, and that's why you want to make sure that you're coming off very empathetic and very professional, that you can get the job done, and remind them of all of the benefits of working with you. No commissions need to be paid. We'll close really quickly. Cash for your home. You don't have to do any repairs. All of the great benefits that you're going to offer to them, because you do. You offer some great benefits. All right? So these are the 5 steps: setting up your business, marketing, converting, shopping the contract, and then assigning the contract, getting paid. All right? This is Noelle. This is today's show. I look forward to talking to you below. Comment below. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment below. I answer all the comments. I'll start to go live and on YouTube so I can start to take your questions. If you have videos that you're interested in me making, please don't hesitate to type that below. I read every single comment, and I will make the videos and give you the information that you want so that you can be successful. This is our year. All right, this is Noelle Randall. I'll talk to you later.